welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It has been a season full of twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo here tonight as EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. They go play action with Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Got his man. It's Dortch. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 33 yards that time.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there, and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field, because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
On the ground, it's the rookie from Texas Tech. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7.
That's a great response here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guys scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
That's my heart.
Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Hurts. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. Up the middle with Barkley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
That's good for the Eagles.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. A lot still to go here in Super Bowl 61. We have reached the end of one quarter of play. We'll be back in just a moment. 10-7 our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back, Super Bowl 61. Thanks for joining us, everybody, nationwide and around the globe as both teams get set to begin the second quarter. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Throwing is Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, 54 yards. And the Eagles have moved out in front. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defense.
Ready at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds who we're going to be successful in this one.
And fights through one man. But he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. They juked him. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 42 yards. And the Eagles continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now.
Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man-covers were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 41. 125 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. Here's Hurts to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
They'll run for it with Barkley. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Zach Ertz, 28 yards. And the Eagles are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Ready at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Philly. 52 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
No touch, no touch.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
No touch, no touch.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 14. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a 1st down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. And his kick is indeed good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced. Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this 1st half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Understandably, pass rushers keyed up for this Super Bowl, but you can't do that.
And let's face it, no one wants to lose one of these quarterbacks early in this game. So you know they're going to be protected by the officials.
He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Ready at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the...
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles are starting to pour it on at the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 to first.
22 yards. And an Eagles first down.
Oh, and now some trickery. They fake the spike. Hurts fumbles it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. He'll look to throw. Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play there for Philly. 49 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 152 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. And now it's second down, but here's the field goal team out onto the field. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though this... Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too clear.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Second and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. They'll go to Barkley again. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Barkley. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. This is 2nd and 8. Barkley. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. 2nd and goal from the 1. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for a touchdown. The sneaks. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On play action, they'll throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself, and he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And look at this, it's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, sometimes the fake punts work out. They're fun, and you're so smart for doing it. And sometimes ready at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title win. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Eagles start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Late stages of the game here in the 4th quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. He'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. He's going to let it go again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Great.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Looking deep for his tight end, Hurts. And that's caught inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
No touch.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 201 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Well, now following the field goal, what can this offense do? We're about to find out.
No touch.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
No touch.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
On the tackle. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the Chiefs' 3-yard
So the ball
line.
position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
No touch.
Barkley again. And he's going to lose yardage again as he is stuck behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
Commissioner Goodell making the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to the Philadelphia Eagles, champions of Super Bowl 61. So that wraps things up for another incredible season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for my partner Charles Davis, for Mike and Greg, Kate and Brock, and our entire crew of hundreds, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Good night from Southern California.